What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome all my new supporters. Strac, Nior, back for another reaction video. I'm really excited for this one right here. Highly recommend it. A lot of people told me, hey Strac, go have a blast with this one. Oh, I know I am. You see that logo? Oh, here we go. Today we'll be reacting to why Maccas has McDonald's HQ so shook. Talk about shivering, shaking in their boots. Jump right into this video, man. Boy, y'all said I was going to have fun with this one. Y'all know me so well.
You know what McDonald's is. The Golden Arches, Big Macs, fries, Happy Meals, a brand so iconic it's basically a global language. But what if I told you the version of McDonald's that Americans know isn't actually the best one? Because halfway across the world, in a country famous for sunburns, sarcasm, and shortening every single word in the English language, McDonald's quietly evolved into something else. Something cooler. Something better. Welcome to Maccas, the Australian remix of McDonald's that's become so local, so deeply woven into Aussie culture, that even some of the signs outside the stores don't say McDonald's anymore. This isn't just a funny nickname or some Aussie quirk anymore. This is a masterclass in branding, adaptation, and survival. While US McDonald's is stuck in a tug-of-war between nostalgia and irrelevance, McDonald's Australia is thriving. Innovating, testing ideas so successful.
McDonald's in other countries, like I had McDonald's in Mexico, and there were families there. The fries were like very different. Like it tastes like they straight up cut the potato. Like I wasn't used to this as an American now. I was like, this ain't McDonald's. I don't like this. I was young too, you know. It was like they straight up cut the potato. It was like here. That's literally what it tastes. I'm like, bro, I don't even taste no grease. And the salt, they put no salt on this. It was crazy, bro. Straight up healthy. The burger was like crazy. It was like a Five Guys burger. That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, this don't belong here. I'm like, what's the price? And the price wasn't even crazy. Now you could actually eat that for dinner, you know? And it was nice and big, beautiful tables. It wasn't like the original McDonald's style. They ain't had a little kiddie play thing, none of that. They had like electronics. I'm like, we in Mexico, bro. And they had like electronic, like a game room, a gaming room. We don't even got that. Blew my mind. I'm like, boy, I like it out here. Yeah, it's like this everywhere. We ain't got this back home.
McDonald's Australia is thriving, innovating, testing ideas so successful that they get exported to the rest of the world. So, how did a massive American chain become one of the most beloved fast food brands in a country famously suspicious of corporate nonsense? Why is Australia one of McDonald's most profitable, forward-thinking markets? And what does this tell us about the wild, complicated relationship Aussies have with fast food in general? Let's break it down. First up, let's talk about the name, Maccas. This wasn't some top-down marketing campaign. There was no boardroom brainstorm where someone said, let's Aussiefy the brand. No, this came straight from the people. Because Aussies shorten everything. Afternoon becomes Arvo, Mosquito, Mozzie, Service Station, Servo, McDonald's, Maccas. And here's the genius part. Instead of trying to protect the brand, McDonald's leaned all the way in. They didn't correct anyone. They didn't roll out some weird hybrid name like, and forgive me for saying this, but McMaccas. They embraced it. In 2013, for Australia Day, 13 locations across the country literally changed their signs to read Maccas. Like official signage, golden arches and all. It was cheeky, viral, and instantly loved. And it told Australians one very powerful thing.
I actually like Maccas more than McDonald's or Mickey D's. Maccas. Look at some Maccas.
We're not just here to sell you burgers, we get you. From a branding perspective, this was gold. Most global companies are obsessed with keeping their identity perfectly intact when they expand.
Oh yes.
McDonald's Australia flipped the script. We'll become what you call us. That move earned them more than headlines, it earned them trust. But Maccas didn't stop at the name. They did something harder, smarter, and riskier. They localized the product, and not in a superficial box-checking kind of way. In a country where authenticity actually means something, that was the only way to survive.
Facts.
Because here's the thing about fast food in Australia. Copying the American model doesn't cut it. Slap a kangaroo on the logo, toss in a limited time meat pie burger, and people will see right through it.
Oh yeah.
Australians are proud of their food culture.
I didn't mean to throw shots at Walmart either, but that's what I was referring to as well. You know how, I don't know if you guys are aware, but hey, it happened to Walmart in Germany. They thought they was going to go out there and put on that American persona. We shut that crap down so fast, bro. This business ain't even last. For how long? How fast did it get shut down? It was crazy. They just did not thrive. You got to switch it up and be able to adapt, adjust accordingly to the people in those countries. Shout out to Mackas. Yeah, doing y'all thing. Yo, word up. Shout out to Mackas.
People will see right through
Switch it up.
Australians are proud of their food culture, and for good reason. This is a place where you can grab a $12 banh mi from a random hole in the wall, and it'll taste like it came straight out of Ho Chi Minh City. Even your average suburban fish and chip shop is probably slinging house-made aioli and double-fried hand-cut chips. The bar is high, even for cheap eats. So, when McDonald's came to town, they had to play by local rules, and they did. Step into any Aussie Maccas and it hits you right away. The Big Mac is still there, of course, but sitting next to it, the McOz, with beetroot, fried egg, and crisp lettuce, an unmistakably Aussie burger profile. The Aussie Angus, with premium beef, caramelized onions, and fancy cheese, something that feels halfway between fast food and a decent pub lunch. These weren't brainstormed in some Chicago boardroom, they were developed in Oz for Aussies.
Of course.
You'll also find clever one.
It's so easy to come up with an idea like that because it's literally what y'all enjoy. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? The original, okay, let's just say the American franchise, McDonald's, they won't be able to think of this. They wouldn't. They got to be able to relate to the people, Well.
Offs that become legends, like the Tim Tam McFlurry, a genius cross-brand collaboration that hit Australian nostalgia and dessert cravings in one go. Even the sides and drinks get the Aussie treatment. You're far more likely to see frozen Coke machines working overtime, loaded with variations like raspberry or vanilla swirl.
Nice.
And yes, that's on top of with variations like raspberry or vanilla.
Blueberry, mango, pineapple, and vanilla. Trying all $1? And only $1? $1? This big thing is $1? See, that's how they get you. That's how they get you to come back. Oh, no. You're not going to suck me back into this. No. Well, if I was out there in Australia, it's not the same. Best believe I'm eating it. Especially as an American. Oh, that's a dedicated video, baby.
Frozen Coke machines working overtime, loaded with variations like raspberry or vanilla swirl.
That looks so good.
And
I
yes,
never had that.
That's on top of your standard soda fountain, because customization matters here. And this goes deeper than fun menu items. As the culture shifted toward health and nutrition, Macca's didn't panic or double down on nostalgia. They adapted. The menu evolved. Right. Grilled chicken wraps, salads that didn't feel like punishment, kids' meals that defaulted to bottled water and apple slices. Even the oils they used got reformulated to cut down on trans fats. By the mid-2010s, it wasn't weird to see someone order a chicken Caesar wrap, a fruit bag, and a long black coffee, and not feel like they were cheating on a diet.
I'm sorry to mention this, but it's like, I don't know. I've been seeing like a lot of kids in different countries and stuff and what they eat and how they grow up, how their parents let them live and enjoy life and everything. And like they grow up completely different from the kids in the US. Bro, do you see this toddler, this kid? Look at his forearms. He gonna be a unit by that certain age, bro. If he hit the gym, the forearms, a lot of people would say it's genetics. You could get forearms working out and stuff, eating right, playing outside, climbing this and that. Yeah, keep you outside, bro. He's strong. He's stronger than me when I was a kid. I was a toddler. Facts. And it's a lot of kids I see in these different countries. I be looking at like they physique, hey, forearms and stuff. I'm like, but what are they parents giving them? Plus, they grow up different. They don't got helicopter parents. So they outside climbing trees and this and that, doing stuff that adults won't even do nowadays. I'm like, yo, they growing up different. Facts. It's the proper way to raise a kid. I'm so serious. And I want to raise my kid like that. Facts. Like, I look up to the way y'all raise y'all kids for real. I'm going to raise my kids like that, bro.
A long black coffee and not feel like they were cheating on a diet. That's the magic trick Macca's pulled over us back then. turning fast food into a normal, socially acceptable, even health-conscious choice. No shame, no guilt, just another place to eat.
Yeah.
Now, contrast that with the US, where McDonald's experiments with healthy options is like someone trying out yoga in January. Half-hearted, temporary, and gone the second it stops trending. Remember the McWrap, the kale salad, the grilled chicken snack wraps? All vanished without a trace. It's a pattern. Every few years they launch a health initiative, and when it doesn't blow up overnight, they quietly shelve it. Australia doesn't work like that. When Maccas sees a shift in customer behavior, they don't throw a campaign at it, they rebuild the menu, they normalize the change, and when something clicks, they roll it out. Not as a stunt, but as the new default. And that's what sets them apart. Real localization isn't about offering Vegemite for 2 weeks or posting a cheeky koala meme. It's about embedding yourself in the habits, preferences, and expectations of the people you serve and staying there.
Yep.
Maccas didn't show up saying, here's what we're selling. They said, what are you into? And then built a business around the answer. That's how you stop being another corpo chain and start becoming part of the culture. When talking about Maccas in Oz, we've got to talk about McCafe. Because if you didn't know, and most people outside of Australia don't, McCafe was born in Melbourne in 1993.
What?
In the middle of a city known for tram stops, alleyway art, and arguably the best coffee scene in the Southern Hemisphere. It was a calculated, strategic response to a very real threat, Australia's cafe culture. See, McDonald's was getting absolutely steamrolled by local cafes in the early 90s. This wasn't America, where drip coffee from a polystyrene cup could pass as acceptable. Australians were out here drinking espresso, macchiatos, long blacks, and yes, we literally invented the flat white. The local cafe was where you met up with friends, went on casual dates, caught up with co-workers, or just sat in silence scrolling through the newspaper while sipping something strong and smooth. And importantly, it was independent, family-run, authentic. McDonald's knew that if they kept slinging burnt drip from behind the counter like it was 1986, they'd get left behind. So McDonald's did something bold, something global corporations usually don't do. They didn't fight cafe culture, they joined it. In 1993, the first McCafe opened in the Melbourne suburb of Swanston Street. If you were expecting a side menu or a small kiosk tucked next to the fries station, sorry to disappoint you. This was a legit coffee bar inside a McDonald's with real espresso machines, trained baristas, cakes, pastries, and a visual vibe that felt more brunch date than drive-through pit stop. They weren't trying to be Starbucks light. They were trying to meet Australians where they already were, both culturally and physically. In cities like Melbourne and Sydney, McCafe locations started looking more like boutique cafes. And the coffee was good, genuinely good. High quality beans, proper extraction, and a smooth milk frothing.
I don't even drink coffee. But I feel like it'll be completely wrong of me not to try some, right? When I go to Australia, it'd be wrong with me not to try Maccas. Like, just certain things is like, man, you gotta do it for the culture, bro. Facts. You're not in the US. This right here is iconic. For real.
This wasn't, for a McDonald's,
on,
it's
man.
okay. It was objectively decent cafe coffee sold in the same building as your nuggets and fries. Parents could grab a cappuccino while their kids hit the playground. Workers could swing by for a long black and a bacon roll without needing to stop at 2 different places. Suddenly, McDonald's was a place for coffee people as well. Customers started showing up just for the coffee. Local cafe goers who once wouldn't be caught dead in a McDonald's were now swinging through for a quick flat white. McCafe revenue exploded. By the late 90s, some locations were generating more income from coffee than from burgers. Yeah, more revenue from coffee than burgers in McDonald's. It didn't take...
About it. Are you gonna eat a burger every day from McDonald's? Oh, damn. I know some people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know some people that do. But would you guys eat a burger every day, or are you more likely to go and pay for some coffee every morning before work or something? And how much is the coffee? Why should I say $1? My gosh, $1? All sizes. Watch, bro. You might as well just hand out large. man, like, you got people going to get coffee every morning, possibly twice a day, maybe on a break. They keep them going.
Revenue from coffee than income from coffee than from burgers. Yeah, more revenue from coffee than burgers in McDonald's. It didn't take long for the higher-ups to notice. By the early 2000s, McDonald's started exporting the concept globally. What started as an Aussie-specific experiment quickly became an international business unit.
No way.
McCafes opened across Europe, Asia, and eventually even in the US, although America, true to form, was years late and still kind of missed the vibe.
They should put these in like this information, they should put that in one of those, what's those videos we be watching? Things you didn't know are actually Australian. You know what I'm saying? Like those type of videos and stuff. Nah, for real, because this would hit. Like, I know some other Americans probably be like, what? Because here I am thinking that this is a full American brand, you know, franchise. We just made it to Australia and they diversified. And ooh. We wasn't even selling coffee before. We were straight up fast food unhealthiness. That's crazy.
Although America, true to form, was years late and still kind of missed the vibe. Today, McCafe beverages are sold in over 15,000 restaurants and there are about 4,000 dedicated McCafe counters worldwide. And it all started because McDonald's Australia knew one thing most global brands forget. If you want to thrive in a new market, you don't impose your culture. You learn theirs. You study it, respect it, and then design around it.
Facts.
That's what makes McCafe such a big deal. It was a format innovation. It gave McDonald's a reason to attract older customers. White-collar professionals, health-conscious cafe regulars, people who might not order a burger at 11 a.m. but would happily pay $4.80 for a latte. It gave Mackas new real estate in people's lives, from cheap fast food for the kids to my regular morning coffee stop. And here's the wildest part. In some Australian suburbs, McCafe outperforms standalone specialty cafes. Not because it's fancier or more premium, but because it's reliable, fast, and good enough, and it's part of your daily routine. Meanwhile, in the US, McDonald's is still figuring out whether they should add oat milk. And this wasn't a one-time thing. McDonald's Australia didn't just localize once and call it a day, it kept evolving. Over time, it quietly became something way more influential, a global test lab for the entire McDonald's empire. And honestly, it's the perfect place for that. Because the Australian fast food market is no joke. It's fiercely competitive. Customers are picky, brutally honest, and incredibly loyal to homegrown brands. They won't stick around out of habit. If your quality slips, they'll drop you in a heartbeat and never look back.
Facts.
So if an idea can survive in Australia, if it can actually win here, there's a good chance it'll work anywhere. And that's exactly what happened with a bunch of innovations that now feel standard. Take self-serve kiosks, for example. Before they became the norm in the US, they were already being tested and refined in Australian stores, giving customers the freedom to customize orders without the pressure of a queue behind them. What? There's also the Maccas app, which launched.
And I like that, because I'm one of those people, like, I'm taking my time where I got to ask a few questions about the menu, or da-da-da-da. I got a line behind me. All right, just let me get this. We trying to rush out the line, bro. Now you sitting like, did I really want that? Should I get like more? You know what I'm saying? Come on. I mess with that. Being able to order. Like, I'm one of the people, I order online and come pick up. I'm in and out the way. I'm coming in and I'm ordering on the screen, so I don't got to go up to the cashier and tell them what I want. I'm going to do it myself. Let's just make this easy for the both of us. Please. Because if something wrong with my burger, something wrong with my meal, I'm going to be pissed, bro. Why y'all playing with my food like that, man? That's a business. Is this a business y'all running or a game? You know, it's a circus? What we doing? Why you playing with my food, bro? No, we just messed it. I ain't trying to hear that. You wrote it down. You hit everything I wanted. It said next. Anything else? Like, no. And sometimes it be the cook fault. I don't care. I don't care, bro. I don't care. All y'all need to pay attention.
Orders without the pressure of a queue behind them. There's also the Maccas app, which launched early in Australia and took off quickly. Today, it's one of the most downloaded food apps in the country.
They got an app? They do got an app. You got rewards and all that too, probably? I could get a free mocha. You know what I'm saying? No, wait, you get like points and all that? Credits? Yo, these fast food chains is like excelling. I'm getting old. I feel like I'm getting old because I didn't know about this. Now let me ask the people in high school. I bet you, yeah, you ain't know that? You can get a free fry and such and such. I don't even eat Mickey D's, you know, but...
Australia and took off quickly. Today, it's one of the most downloaded food apps in the country because it's actually rewarding to use. Personalized deals, loyalty points, exclusive menu offers, even mobile-only promotions that make ordering feel like a game. They were also early to the loyalty game, pushing targeted app offers and reward programs. Maccas Australia turned casual visits into habits and habits into loyalty through actual value. And while McDonald's internationally was still generally trying to figure out how to integrate delivery, Australian Maccas was already teaming up with Uber Eats and Menulog, building streamlined systems that thrived. They made it seamless, quick, and reliable, which is exactly what Australians expect. But it's not just about the tech, it's about the mindset. The Aussie Maccas team isn't...
Yo, they valid for that though, because look... Sometimes you can only order from DoorDash. You know, sometimes not all these apps got the same restaurants. And sometimes they won't deliver to your address. You're like, why? Wait, what? Yeah, you gotta download another app and then they'll actually, you know, deliver the food to your address. It's some BS, bro. But I actually figured that out in high school. This is when I didn't have a car. Jumping between all the apps, for real.
But it's not just about the tech, it's about the mindset. The Aussie Maccas team isn't sitting around waiting for permission from corporate HQ in Chicago. They're leading, they're pushing ideas, testing new formats, experimenting with local campaigns, and doing it with a confidence that says, we know our market better than anyone else.
Facts.
And based on the results, they're right. So what makes Australia different? Why is this the sandbox for McDonald's innovation, while the US version often feels like it's stuck in 2003, serving the same combos with a fresh coat of marketing paint? Part of the answer lies in Australia's unique relationship with fast food, one that's more complex than it looks on the surface. On one hand, yes, Aussies love their takeaway. It's everywhere, from local fish and chip shops to servo pies, burger vans, KFC, Hungry Jack.
It really look like that in person? You know, we looking like this on the advertisements. Like in the US. You gonna get it, you know, it's like flat. It's like half the size, bro. Same with the burgers. The patty's so like thin and flimsy, bro. It's so thin and flimsy, man.
It's baked into daily life. Need something quick after work? Fast food. Road trip fuel? Fast food. Late night feed after the pub? You already know. It's part of the rhythm. But Australians don't just want cheap calories and sugar bombs.
Facts.
They want quality even when it's fast. There's an unspoken national standard. Food has to be fresh, decent, and ideally local. That expectation has shaped the entire landscape. It's why places like Guzman y Gomez and Grilled have blown up. Yeah, they're chains, but they don't feel corporate. They feel curated, artisanal even. Grilled constantly talks about grass-fed beef and community sourcing. GYG pushes clean labels and no added preservatives. Their whole brand is built on the idea that fast doesn't have to mean lazy.
Facts.
And this sets the baseline that every new brand is judged against. Australians don't give foreign chains a free pass just because they're famous overseas. If your food tastes processed, bland, or inauthentic, people will walk. No second chances. Look at Taco Bell. When it launched in Australia, it arrived with huge hype. It was supposed to be the next big American export success story. But within a few years, store growth stalled, sales slumped, and now Taco Bell's Australian operator is pulling the plug, planning to sell or shut down every store in the country sometime this year. Why? Because Australians looked at the menu, processed cheese, mystery beef, frozen tortillas, and said,
yeah, mystery beef. Yo, I used to eat Taco Bell and I used to mess with their burritos and their tacos. But just like, yo, stomach. I just never knew what it was, bro. And when you really look behind the scenes, the meat ain't really ground beef type of meat, minced meat, none of that, like minced beef or none of that. It's like a mushy beef, like a mushy meat. Yeah, it's like mush. Y'all know what I mean? Anybody ever had Taco Bell?
We already have better Mexican food. Why would we eat this?
What? I just picked up 2 Chipotle bowls. Stop playing with me. Chipotle, bro, is valid. Ain't nobody messing with no Taco Bell. You better scurry on to Chipotle. I mean, it's $12.49 for a bowl, bro. It's $12.49 for a bowl. Go get you a bowl. Some lemon lime chips. Is it lime? I think it's just lemon chips, bro. Valid. You know what I'm saying? Scoop it with the chip. Like that. You can get some
frozen tortillas and said, "We already have better Mexican food. Why would we eat this?" And they weren't wrong. Between GYG, Mad Mex, and independent taquerias, Australians already had fresh, flavorful options that felt far more legitimate.
Yeah, I gotta try these. I love tacos.
Taco Bell felt like a knockoff of a category people already loved. Same story with Wendy's. It's never.
Don't tell me Wendy's failed. I rock with Wendy's more than Mickey D's. Like, you could go to Wendy's and get a fry or a nugget or something. Yo, Burger King too. Burger King is valid. In my opinion, Burger King is underrated. It's slept on, Of course, I didn't eat it as much as the other fast foods as a kid growing up. But as an adult, I really do appreciate Burger King being around. When I smell the burgers, when I drive past, I'm like, now that's a real burger on that grill, boy. That's a real burger on that grill for sure. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah. Burger King, yeah, them burgers. Yeah. Like, McDonald's is known for the fries. Wendy's is known for what Wendy's known? The nuggets? Burger King is known for the burgers. That's how it go in the U.S. But in Australia, everything is straight quality, bro. I'm about to drain the bank account, bro. Go take a trip. I'm about to, like, for real. Yo, nothing but content. Nothing but video.
Of a category people already loved. Same story with Wendy's. It's never cracked the market. Carl's Jr. has been hanging on, opening stores here and there, but it's never found real traction. There's no loyal customer base, no cultural relevance. They keep pushing American-optimized meals into a market that wants quality over quantity. Even Domino's, which has done incredibly well in Australia, only succeeded because it fully Australianized itself.
Nice.
Massive tech investments, aggressive delivery guarantees, custom product lines, they rebuilt their entire business model to work for Australian preferences.
Nice.
If they hadn't...
Yeah, people a little farther in Australia, this and that, deliver it. Australia is huge. They might not be as central as us, but I got a Domino's around the corner next to a Pizza Hut, a Papa John's down the way, a Nick's Pizza. I gotta keep going. There's mad pizza spots. I got the Mickey D's down the road. Wendy's right there. I got Burger King right there. I got Taco Bell. I got Starbucks. I got Panera Bread. There's another place I never went to. Applebee's. I got so much around the corner from my house that I could literally walk to.
They rebuilt their entire business model to work for Australian preferences.
It's good to know they got them out delivering.
If they hadn't,
enough people,
they probably wouldn't be here. So when Maccas wins in this environment, it's not because they're riding on their global reputation. It's because they actually understood the assignment. They adapted to this higher standard, localized every part of the brand, from the coffee to the tech to the tone, and then layered on something extra, emotional value. Because once the food meets expectations, what makes people stay is how a brand makes them feel. And Maccas has spent decades embedding itself into daily life here. Not as a flashy American chain, but as something comfortably, recognizably Aussie. And that's the last piece of the puzzle, emotional connection.
Fact.
It's not just that Maccas is convenient or tasty, it's that it's there. It's where you go after footy practice, on a road trip, after a night out. It's in the ads, the slang, the stories. Campaigns like We All Have a Maccas Moment pitch nostalgia, identity, and memory. It's not, come try the new Chicken Supreme combo for $8.99. It's, remember the time you cried in the drive-thru at 2 a.m. after your first breakup? We were there. You can't fake that, and you can't copy-paste it. It's the result of decades of consistent presence, clever marketing, and cultural fluency. Meanwhile, back in the US, McDonald's is struggling to find its footing. Gen Z is drifting toward healthier or more ethical brands, millennials remember the pink slime era, and boomers still love the classics, but the brand is stuck between trying to please everyone and satisfying no one. Today, McDonald's Australia is one of the company's top performing regions per store. Not because Australians eat more fast food than Americans, in fact they don't, it's because retention is better, satisfaction is higher, margins are healthier, and loyalty is deeper.
Oh yes.
That's what every fast food giant wants, and most can't figure out how to get. So what's the big takeaway here? You can't succeed globally if you treat every market the same. Australia showed that if you really listen to the local culture and respect it, you can build something bigger than a franchise. You can build something that people invite into their lives. And look, Macca's isn't perfect. It's still a fast food chain, still got its critics, still sells plenty of sugary, greasy, calorie bomb sort of stuff. But as a business case, as a blueprint for how to go global and stay relevant, Macca's is best in class. But what do you think? Could this model work in the US? Or is Macca's something that only works because of Australia's weird and wonderful food culture? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below and let's discuss. If you like this breakdown, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't.
This was an amazing video. Let me know in the comments, please. As an Aussie, have you ever had McDonald's in the United States of America? And what did it taste like compared to back home? Oh, I know. And for my Americans, you know how McDonald's tastes. You probably eating it right now. Let me find out. Y'all eating fast food right now while you watching the video, bro. I don't knock y'all, man. I don't knock y'all. We all been there before. But what was it like? Have you ever had the opportunity to travel abroad to Australia and try Maccas? Did you enjoy it more, or you wasn't used to it? It was like, this isn't what it tastes like back home. It's just not right. No. Please let me know. Did you actually enjoy it more? Like, nah, this tastes real. And this is Maccas, bro? Nah, this is nice. You know, my body feel good after this. I'm actually full. You know? I'm not hungry 30 minutes later. Like, you go to McDonald's or any of these fast food chains out here, just know it's a snack. No matter what you order, it's a snack. It's going to run right through you, too. You ordering all this stuff trying to get full, and you're going to pay for it the next day. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for joining me today to react to why Maccas has McDonald's HQ so shook. Original video link will be down below in the description. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on, follow the Twitch down below in the description, guys, and subscribe to all my other YouTube channels as well. I love you all so much, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.